could chase the monsters out from under your bed, tuck you in real tight, say goodnight, my sleepyhead. But man, it's killing me to see those tears run down your cheek. If I could take away your pain and all that hurts, I'd rewrite every chapter, every verse, back to when you held my hand, thinking I was your Superman. But love don't always end like a fairy tale. Sometimes all the magic disappears. We wished on every star up in the sky, that mommy and daddy wouldn't end up here. Wedding rings on the dresser, giving up on forever. You don't understand, but soon you will see. Real love don't play make-believe. Never thought I'd be the first one to break your heart. And I know living cross town seems worlds apart. You can put it all on me. Yeah, I'll take the fall. Just don't blame yourself, 'cause it's not your fault. Love don't always end like a fairy tale. Sometimes all the magic disappears. We wished on every star up in the sky, that mommy and daddy wouldn't end up here. Wedding rings on the dresser, giving up on forever. You don't understand, but soon you will see. Real love don't play make-believe. You don't understand, but you will see. Real love don't play make-believe.
What's up, Eager to Pleasers? Welcome back to the Eager to Please podcast. I'll give us just a minute to finish wiping our tears. The song you just heard was written as a letter to my girls when their dad and I needed to tell them we were splitting up. I was writing with Pete Salas and Greg Freya one morning in October of 2023, and as songwriters do, we were taking turns talking about what was on our minds. Being fresh out of my divorce, naturally, that's what I was thinking about. I didn't have any intentions that day of writing for me, but I threw out the idea of not wanting to fake it till you make it. And Pete immediately jumped on board and said, yeah, love doesn't play make-believe. And so this song was born. I didn't grow up believing in fairy tales, though I loved watching all the Disney movies about princesses finding their Prince Charming. Sleeping Beauty was actually my favorite. Instead, I grew up in an environment where marriage was viewed as a transactional business deal. The man played a certain role, and so did the woman. There was no splitting up responsibilities evenly. I saw it modeled for me in both my grandparents and in my parents' relationships. I couldn't even tell you the number of times the men in my family cleaned a bathroom or cooked a meal, but I can certainly tell you the women did. And they were the ones to be more involved with the kids, getting them to practices, helping them with homework and bedtime. I can also tell you that I witnessed my parents living two separate lives. Very rarely did my dad want to go on vacations with us as a family. He preferred to stay at home, locked up in his office, listening to Motown and jazz records on repeat and tinkering on his computer. I thought this was the norm until I had kids of my own and realized that's not really how a family's supposed to operate. So when I met my ex-husband, I was intrigued that he was willing to travel and try new things and explore new places. It was almost as if I was living in a fairy tale. I couldn't believe it. But when we started having a family of our own, that's when things started to change. He became more focused on work because he knew I had things taken care of at home. I rarely, if ever, asked for help. And almost as if I was having deja vu, he rarely cleaned a bathroom or cooked dinner for us. It was already done for him when he got home. My role, I felt, was to play the homemaker. But what I didn't realize until it was too late was that wasn't really what I wanted for myself. I wanted more equality. Maybe I wanted to work too and have him take on more of the at-home tasks. I just didn't know how to ask for what I didn't know I wanted. Looking back, I think for us we got caught up in the notion of the American dream, where you have this perfect family with white picket fence and a nice house in a nice neighborhood where the mom stays at home and the dad goes to work. But what we fail to realize is that it's easy to get swept away in the honeymoon phase. It takes work to keep that family you built together happy. And if you listen to the episode where Eric and Megan Flores were in as guests, they share the same thing. Marriage is a constant negotiation, and we are entitled to evolve and change, just not at the expense of your partner. More on this to come as we head into the month of make-believe. I look forward to having you join me on the next episode. I'll see you then.